I want to talk about a person you may have seen in this conference a little bit earlier today. You may have seen some girl in a black dress annoyingly banging away on that piano in the far corner over there. I'll introduce you to her. Her name is Brielle Lubin. It says on her card her occupation is being an 8th grader at Harvard Westlake. Pretty cool, pretty pretentious, but there's more to that. She is born from a Jewish American father and a Japanese mother from Tokyo. She takes a lot of pride in her culture and her diversity herself. She is very proud of her Japanese culture. She's proud of her Jewish American culture. Now, there's another person here who's standing on stage right now and talking. Her name is also Brielle Lubin. She is leading the Gender and Sexuality Awareness Club at school and the Asian American Cultural Club. And these two groups are so important because we don't really think about those people so much, I think. People will come to the Gender Sexuality Awareness Club, GSA. We've talked about for so many weeks, what's going on in Brunei? People are, getting executed and so many horrible things for their sexuality. And we try to solve those problems. But how do we solve those problems when people feel like they haven't contributed? It's kind of funny why we're gathered here. We're talking about how we want to switch from standardization to personalization. And we all say we wish we weren't so standard before, more individual. I think that's a really big issue. It takes a lot. It takes courage. And courage is the will to do something. That can be the will to live. And it takes so much more courage to try to solve these problems, surprisingly. As a part of the youth community, we're kind of always told, you have no idea what you're talking about. Why would you say that? That's so ridiculous. That's frivolous. Don't even think about doing that. You're too young. I may not be the CEO of a company like everyone else here. I'm just some 14-year-old kid ranting about problems that I find in a bunch of other kids. But you know what? When we start when we're younger, when we're told when we're younger, hey, you can be yourself. You can express your opinion. I can talk to you. There are places where people can talk to you and help you. I find that the most important thing, because we cannot start when we're young to think that we should assimilate if we want to not assimilate when we're older. And that's the most important thing. And we need to acknowledge that, because identity crisis comes the most and occurs the most when we don't recognize that difference, when we think we need to blend with other colors. Because quite frankly, everyone is a different shade of a color in the entire color spectrum. When you blend all the colors of the rainbow, like Roy G. Biv, you get brown. Usually, when they try to do something, they try to paint something, they don't just blend every single color of the rainbow together. They use all the colors individually. Use them as a different shade on a different part of the paper. And that's what we are. We are all that different shade of a color on that paper. That's what we need to look at. Thank you.